Good day everybody, and welcome back to our channel. Well, in our today's video series, we are going to show you how you can create stunning YouTube shorts and Instagram Reels video using Canva application. You can use this application both on a mobile device and on the system. So let's get started. For today's video, I'll be using an AI generated content that I generated using ChatGPT. Of course, you are free to use any AI generated tool like Gemini, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and anyone that may be of benefit to you. The script is going to focus on this class. I'll use tests like learning to learn something new. We've got you covered at Pre-Soft. So when you open your Canva application, I'm going to social media because I'm going to create a social media content. Now, since I'm creating a reel, it can also be used as a YouTube short. I'll select this Canva size. So in Canva, to create video, all you need to do is a combination of various layers: text, colors, images, video, and transitions. But sometimes you may need to add a background audio to make your presentation come out. So after clicking that Instagram template preset, this is just a blank layer. So the first thing I'm going to do is go back to my generated text to copy some content that I may use. Now you may not see the content I'm copying from because I'm sharing just my Canva window currently. I'm using poppins. I selected text 2. I'm using the poppins font face. After selecting it, it will appear on my working environment. So on another page, on another layer, click on the plus icon. Another thing you can do is to duplicate this layer by right clicking on it and clicking on duplicate page. The keyboard shortcut is Ctrl D. So by duplicating, I'll get the same content from the first layer duplicated on the second layer. Why we may want to do this is so that I can maintain the font face. Not needed to go back over to text, select copies again, and start editing. So I'll continue to duplicate layer until I get all the content that will form the basis of the video I'm editing today. So these are just the text contents I want to use for the purpose of this video class. Now, one thing you should note is, unlike every text editor, Canva have a brief text editing tool that can help you enhance the visual effects of your text. Take for instance, you have text color, font size, the font face, the bold, size, alignment, left, middle, right, and justify. It has the bulleted points and spacing, where you can adjust the letter spacing or the line spacing. So depending on your use case, you may decide to use any of these two, but I'm using centralize for this video. So since I'm talking about learning something new, using this elements tab, I can search for video content that will match the information I want the audience to have a preview on. So I can just simply type learning on a computer, and there I will be giving different options, both video elements, graphics elements, photo elements, and even audio elements. But I'm interested presently on the video elements. So I click on see all to have more options and select anything related to the content I'm trying to present. Let me just use this first video. I'll drag it to my first page or the first layer. So if I right click, I can set it as video background. Another thing I can do to adjust the video on this layer is to double click on it, then it will give me an option to drag and position the video so that I can select a portion that will be needed in whatever content I'm trying to present. Now if you look very well, the video content is kind of having an overlay, not making the text content to be visible. So what I can do now is to add a shape. That's why I mentioned earlier that shapes, images, text, color, and other elements are needed in order to get your perfect real content. So let me look for a rectangle. I can type rectangle. And to get this shape backwards, using the system, I'll hold Control and a square bracket to send to back, or Control and forward square bracket to bring to front. Also note that you can adjust the color of your shape elements by selecting this color option on the menu bar. And you can also change the text color by selecting the text first and using this text color. I may not add a lot of effects on this video since it's just to give an overview. Maybe in subsequent section we'll be having a more detailed video editing section. I will add those information. So what I'll take note of now is my timing. This video clip is expected to play 11.5 seconds, but I may have to reduce it. So it all depends on the content. How long will it take the user to read through this? Will determine how long you will use your timeline playback. So let me just copy this shape and apply it on all my different layers. Remember to send to back with your Control and the square brackets. The left square bracket to send to back, while the right square bracket to bring to front. Tell us what you want to learn. I'll create a free video class for you. So in this case, on the stage question from user. Remember, you're not limited to getting video content just on Canva. can get your video content from another source, then import it using this upload option from your Canva. Always remember to add the video elements as the background, so that to give room for other elements to be at the top. Students are learning with us. What are you waiting for? Now in this point, I want to add a transition between each slide or each page, as you may call in Canva. If you hover in between, you will see it as transition, while the plus will add page. I'll click on add transition. Now it will give me a pop-up containing different transitions currently available on Canva. I have the dissolve, the slide, line wipe, color wipe, and other different transition effects. I'll select the march and move, and you notice that it has been applied between the first two slides. But I can apply it across all slides by scrolling down and selecting the apply between all pages. And there you have it. It has been successfully applied to all different slides, since I'm going to use the same transition effects on all my slides. To add animation to my text, I select the text, I click on animate. Like the transition, I have various animation effects provided on Canva. But I'll be using the rise. You can see preview of others too. Pan, fade. I'll be using the rise. After selecting it, I have the option of both. What it means is both the transition or the entrance and the exit will be applied using the same animation, or I can select just enter or exit. I can also adjust the speed of the animation, make it fast or make it very slow. Then I can also adjust the direction, either sliding or rising from bottom or from top, as the arrow suggests. I will do likewise on all my test objects or other elements I will be highlighting using the same animation effects. Remember, select the element you want to add an animation on. Click on animation, animate, then select the animation type. Both for entrance and exit. I will add another animation to this hand icon. Scroll on baseline. There will be something else. break. You see that this animation is quite different from the previous animation. I can also adjust the scale in or out. When I'm done, I want to review or preview the effects of the transition animation across our slide. Remember, Canva uses internet, so you may experience some lagging or slowness to upload or use some elements. When it's ready, click on play. Now, maybe you've noticed at this point I've added brand's logo to all pages or layer. I'll show you how I did it. And I also added an audio clip to my video production. Now what I did is simple. Click on the upload. Here I've already uploaded various outsourced elements down to locate my logo. Just click on it and drag. That was how I added it to each and every page. Of course, you can use the control and paste to avoid going back and forth. But to add the audio, click on elements. In the search bar, I typed upgrade upbeat. I already see it as my recent search query. After selecting it, to give me thousands of audio free from copyright already in Canva application. Select audio, or can click on the audio above the same thing. There you have it. I can preview the audio before adding it to my clip. I'm going to preview two of this audio. Go to summer and look at this. For look at this, I use for my audio. Click it and drag it to the point. What I did to get everything. So when I'm done and satisfied with everything there, just want to do that. I can also add an overlay to an image I think is bright. Click on the elements section on rectangle with a solid color. Okay, what I will be doing later on is to adjust the opacity. Selecting the rectangle, I will adjust the size to have a full overlay on my current layer. Select the more option to see the transparency tool. Click on it. I can adjust the transparency opacity. Either using the value or using the slider. But of course, I'm going to delete it because it's not useful to me. This content I'm currently working on. I have thoughts of showing you guys because you can use it where it is applicable to your design. After I'm done, click on share to render and export my video, but I can play it and send it to friends and other people that it may be useful to. Click on the download. I'll give you the option to select the file formats. Either I want it to be in PDF, SVG, PNG, and all that. But I'll be selecting the MP4 video, which is the suggested render option based on what I have on different pages. When I'm done, I can also adjust the quality and I'll click on download. Now a little pop-up have appeared that's showing me the progress of my downloads, the status. So it's done. You see it's at the top of my browser. And then I can share and do a review to see how well my video is. It has been completed. Let's go on. You see the download icon on my browser. Now you may not see this if you're using the Canva application. I'm using this Canva through the browser. So when I'm done, I'll click on it to have a feel. And there you have it. You have successfully learned how to create a stunning video and editing it using Canva application. The difference between this video and the general YouTube video or landscape video format is the orientation. Remember, while starting, we selected social media and we selected Instagram Reels. That's why we have this portrait orientation. So you may decide not to use any template. Just select the landscape mode you want, and using exactly this information and create a landscape video, a YouTube video, which is quite interesting. Now, if you find this video insightful, kindly hit the like button, subscribe. Please share this video to others who may benefit from it, and drop your suggestion on the comment section on interesting video topic you want us to cover for you for absolutely free. Thanks for joining us in this video. Until next time, happy editing.